Okay. Well, great. 1, 2, and 3. Click. Nope. We going?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
This podcast is a lifelong journey through nearly normal experiences
Of autism, anxiety, ADHD, depression,
and a plethora of other issues.
stories you won't hear from therapists, family, or friends. This podcast is an exploration into the lives of
Two neurodivergent friends living a nearly normal life.
This is awesome. So, what do you think a good
Comfortable,
topic would be for today?
Well, today we were talking. Last time we stopped at anxiety and
Ah,
how you kind of got over the anxiety. And from my perspective, the first time I saw you navigate from now I know that I have anxiety and what do I do with this?
Yeah.
When we both got back from our missions, you were able to call people on the phone. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I called tire centers. I called automotive places.
Yeah.
I'd made all the phone calls
Yeah.
because you were too scared to get on the phone.
Yes.
Before we dive into that,
Okay.
let's do our introduction.
Okay.
And instead of word of the week,
Oh, okay. What do we want to do?
I like what you. I like to talk about what you did when you had to go get your drink from the car.
Oh, yeah.
Explain to me that.
Okay. Yeah. So, and there's a reason behind it. So I'll explain the reason.
So you got here, you had your water bottle, and you asked me if you brought your soda in.
Okay. So yeah, I got here, and I knew when I got here that I had brought 2 drinks with me. I brought a bottle of water because I have to drink, according to my doctor, I've got to drink as many ounces of water to soda. At
equal
least
parts.
At least she's not a big fan of soda, but that's our win-win.
Who's this magician?
Well, it's not a big
There's
dish.
What
I
kind
don't
of
know,
doctor says stop drinking soda and drink water?
Well, so
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I have to try to match my soda intake ounces to match my water. So I knew that I'd brought both, and I only saw the water. So I asked you. I said, "Hey Max, have you seen my soda? It's in a black Yeti cup."
You didn't say that, but yeah.
Okay. I said, "Have you seen my soda?" And you said, "No." So then I knew I left it in the car.
Yeah.
I knew we're going to try to get this going. We're just trying to get things moving along. So there was a sense of urgency.
Yeah,
Big sense of
definitely.
urgency to get to that car, get the soda, and get back.
And what did you do?
I ran. So what I do to get my body and my mind to know that it's urgent and that it needs to happen quickly, I scream and I plead, "Cops, cops, cops."
Is it with the pacing of your, like if you were jogging, would it be cops, 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 versus if you're running, you're like cops, 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 cops? No?
Well, no, it's only really when I need to get out of the way. So I could be just running and then see that there's a car and I need to go. Maybe in my mind, or I'd be like, "Cops, cops, cops," and then I just speed up.
So it gives you motivation.
Motivation.
It like gets a little pep in your step.
Yeah, and it's almost a lie to my body. Because they know, cops, you got to run. Maybe you shouldn't, but it's to get you to go, and that's been very successful for me in my life.
I like that. I really
And that worked.
really like
yeah,
that.
and that actually worked well in this little example. I got out there quickly, got back very quickly, and
we could get started.
yeah,
and-
so it was really nice.
yeah.
I'm glad I got cops, cops, cops.
Yeah.
So you'll have to try that sometime.
Yeah. So when I burp,
You burp, okay?
well, I'll burp and I'll say bless you, because in my experience,
Okay.
when I burp, somebody always will say bless you.
Yeah.
So I'm saying bless you.
Oh, and just kind of take care of it. I like that. I might start doing that because you get the people that are right on it. Bless you.
Yeah, they jump on it.
But you get the people that just kind of ignore you. And I'm one that'll scream bless you. Or I'll say gazoon tight.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, I like that you do that because that way, just you don't care if somebody's going to avoid telling you bless you.
Yeah.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal.
It's a done deal. It's
And,
a done deal.
like, I'll do it alone.
Oh, you'll even do it alone.
Yeah.
Oh, my. That is that is cool.
Yeah. So
I am going to start doing this.
So I've seen a couple videos where somebody will do that. They'll sneeze and they'll say bless you. But then it felt commonplace what I was doing. Does that make sense? So I kind of stopped, and now I say I'm healthy.
So you'll burp and then
I'll be healthy.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
So I'll burp, sneeze, healthy.
And do you usually let the burp come out, or is the words kind of starting to come as the burp's concluding?
It's definitely, the timing is definitely as if somebody else was saying it.
Okay.
So I give it some time to clear the air, and then I'll say healthy.
Okay, and something may happen, just so you know. Somebody might say, "Oh, bless you, Max," and you mumble that, whatever you're mumbling.
And I'll say healthy.
Healthy, and then somebody might go, well, "Pardon me," and then that's when you might need to do a little explaining.
Yeah.
But hopefully they'll just say, "You okay?"
Yeah.
So that's nice
that
you're doing that.
Yeah.
I really like that you do that, and I would hope that society would be accepting of that. Because I feel like if we did that in a situation in the general public where people could hear that, they might, which scares me, might be like, that guy really just said healthy after he burped? That's weird.
I've come to the conclusion
Where's kind of your
that
thoughts?
people do not care.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. And I think it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because I think what that tells people is that most people give the other person the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
It's really neat.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of situations where I've learned that people don't care. Do you have any experiences with people?
Yeah, so I would
Cops,
definitely...
cops,
Oh, yeah, there's a cop right there. So when you hear that, you just want to go.
Yeah, I like that so much.
So here's where I would say people are accepting. Once you kind of get determined, or you tell people what you have. You know, hey, I have Tourette's, I have autism, I have diabetes, I got to check my blood. I have found that when people know, and they don't need to know a lot. Hey, I'm wigging out right now. I'm autistic.
Anxiety,
or anxiety. I'm anxious. Oh yeah, do your thing.
Yeah,
do your thing. Go outside if you need. You know, I mean, I'm just saying, people. I'm just saying once, but if you're just walking around and flapping around, and you're checking your blood and you're poking yourself, but nobody knows what you're doing. I think it's general. People will be like, hey, did you see Max? Is he got diabetes? I saw him doing the click. I heard beeping, and he was doing drawing blood. Do you know anything? It's kind of weird. Or did you see Matt flapping his fingers like a wild man?
Yeah.
I know we were going to watch a scary movie, but it wasn't that scary. You know, whatever the reason. And then I've heard it where, oh no, Max, he has type 1 diabetes. He was born with it. Oh, he was? Oh, shoot. Okay, cool. Yeah, I hope he's okay. So I think that society is very accepting in general. I would say, like, just if somebody screams in the middle of the store and they come to me and I'm rocking, they might just be like, "Oh, that kid's probably a little autistic. I'm gonna leave him alone." Not like, "Hey, tell your son to shut up." You'll get a very small. But I've really seen it when people know. In fact, I think
way more accepting.
And in fact, I think they want to help, or they want to accept, like, they'll gravitate it more.
Yeah.
Like, I've had a couple of people come flap with me because they want to learn they're impressed that it can make that noise.
Yeah.
So usually the kids will want to follow.
So
the nieces and nephews want to learn that.
But I think kids definitely have a different outlook rather than adults. And I think that there is definitely in society where we are becoming way more accepting, less fearful of what we don't understand. Sure, it may make you uncomfortable and you may go home and tell somebody and be like, dude, this was weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so they'll have that conversation within themselves and to other people. But in the moment, when they are around that person, somebody running by, cops.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, that was weird.
Yeah.
But they're not going to call you out or
No.
like be.
Yep.
I see what you're saying.
That's where I
they're
think
going
it
to
is.
give you the benefit of the doubt.
They do.
Yeah.
And I've seen it happen on many occasions. That's why I've seen it in friendships. Mm-hmm. I've seen it in people I golf with that I get paired with randomly. I've seen it. Yeah, because I put myself out in fairly public situations to be I don't want to say caught, but to be noticed at times. That somebody would have, that people have caught on with the cops or the rocking is the rocking is a little unusual.
But rocking, I've only noticed that you like the nighttime rocking.
Yeah, the nighttime rocking, and usually when I'm like anxious. So like, let's say I was going into the doctor's office for something I was anxious about.
You'll sit in the waiting room.
I'll be just rocking. And all that is it's a method to soothe the anxiety in the stomach. And autism and anxiety they kind of go hand in hand. That can be challenging.
Yeah.
When you have all of that. For people to kind of understand what it is, rather than just being kind of deemed as a weird person.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm that far off from being normal. But there are little things, and you can definitely see it in like relationships, like marriage. Like to me, getting married, just as that's gonna take like. I'm gonna get that's such a big step that it might take me someone to go to therapy to start dating.
So even just you're talking the anxiety of it, or are you talking
the
about
anxiety and just the autism sense, in the sense that I have someone to talk to about examples of a date and if I could have done something or I shouldn't have done something. When you view dating, you probably view dating as you kind of fill it out. See how the first date goes. You can potentially maybe fill it out, kind of get a pulse of where the direction is going. Okay, my date consists of I've planned like a checklist. I got to get her door. I got to be on time. I got to bring my wallet. I got to pay. Okay, so, I got to say nice to her. I got to ask her about her. I got to look at her.
Bless you.
That was an example of it.
Here you go.
See, and it took me a minute because I wanted to confirm what you said, and then I like that. I would say the autism crutch for me, as being somebody highly functionable, is having a relationship. Unless somebody's patient, because there are people that are autistic but patient. But the movies I've seen, the girl's a little different and the guy's a little different.
What movies?
It's called Love is Autism. It's a good one.
Love is
Autism.
That's what it's called. Love is Autism. How many times
awesome.
Do you watch this for dating tips?
I've seen it 3 times.
Matthew's over there.
So and so now what's hard about dating is, you've done a lot, is not every checklist is gonna fit the perfect date for every girl.
Yeah, no.
So but if you said, hey, I need you to go up to or I need you to drive to Solitude, you're gonna need to go out here, take a right, left, go straight up that road, don't speed. And then you're gonna get on the freeway and take a right, and I can write it all down. Cool, Max. I'll get there.
Yeah,
just
sure.
Dude, I know I'll get there. Dating's not really like that. Now, so it can be hard because I'll go on a date me think it went well because I've checked the boxes.
Sure.
And then the girl might say, hey, I just didn't feel the connection.
Yeah, but that's not an uncommon thing.
No.
That
happens every day.
Yeah, that's not.
That happens
just because.
That happens to Ben. It happens to my roommate. I mean, it happens all the time. You're right. So where it comes with me with the autism thing is it's frustrating.
Sure.
Because I'm like, well, what do I need to change my checklist? Mm-hmm. No, you need to drop the checklist. You know, or you need to just chill out.
That makes it so like.
But when you're trying to tell somebody, it's like telling somebody who doesn't have a leg to just start walking. And people really struggle that when they're like, just get out there and date. Yeah. What in the heck is wrong with you? Just date. Your checklist will get somebody. And for me, it's like the desire lacks because it's such a hard challenge. I will tell you, dating older women in their 30s, a little bit more maturity, a little bit more patient.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I could tell you're nervous. Calm down. Have fun. Then that actually does help.
They're less concerned about how the vibe went on the date.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They're more looking for, like, who is this person?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
But then it just goes back to, do I want to be married? Do I want a wife? Do I want a family? Do I want kids? And so there's that too.
So you're already thinking...
Well, I'm getting older.
Yeah.
You know, I'm no young buck anymore.
36.
So, I don't know. It's a lot. And sometimes I get so overwhelmed that I just would rather be busy with other things.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also talked to people, like Ben has told me he's on a mission to get remarried. He wants it bad. He wants it like me. Like, I want to go to Pebble Beach and play. I'll do anything it takes to get there.
You'll work really hard to get there.
He loves the dating. He loves to get to go the girls. He likes when they're different. Yeah. He likes when things gel. He likes driving home from a date that didn't go well. He likes driving home from a date that did go well.
If we look into the dating, I'm...
Yeah.
I got somebody doing something very weird. I asked my wife, the first question I asked was, when's the last time you had pepperoni? That was my first interaction. So what I'm saying is, like...
So you get a match.
I get a match.
And do you acknowledge that she's beautiful?
Nothing. Straight to when's the last time you had pepperoni?
See...
And so, So when I did that, that's me.
I love that.
There's nothing else.
I would say something like, do you like Coke or Pepsi better?
Perfect.
And I like it because I actually think it kind of breaks the ice.
Agreed.
It just like, this guy's cool.
And it's going to get you the person that is more willing to answer those questions and be a part of that. Point. Versus you being somebody that they're just like, oh yeah, let's get through this checklist, because they're doing checklists too.
Oh yes, yeah, that's true.
They have what they want, and they have their thing. You're tall, you're smart, you're thoughtful, you're when you asked your wife that, and did she respond with the answer, or like straight into it?
Oh, like, I love pepperoni.
Yeah, had it last weekend.
Love it.
And then...
Yeah.
And I don't stop, because that's who I am. And I leaned into it, and I said...
Oh, from where? Or...
Well, yeah, like where...
Oh, so you kept
How did you...
Okay. And
what was it in? What was it a part of?
And then you can kind of transition to more...
Yeah, and then you get on a date, and that's where... the personality, because texting and that stuff is...
I'm not a fan.
There's nothing that can really...
I'm not a big fan.
...present who you are in that. And so, to me, it was just like, hey, if you're going to have fun with these questions and answer them and have a good time with me here, let's go out.
Oh, absolutely.
And then you just switch
See,
really quick. You get that answered question, and then you say, "Hey, something about you. Your picture of this. Oh yeah, that's from here. This was a great time. I had fun. Well, hey, I want to hear more about it." This is a checklist,
and I love it. And I love it because, and this is good for people that hear this, is if you're a little different, or there's something you really like you need somebody, you're trying to find somebody but not waste time. I think matching with somebody and creating that question that really sums you up, like let's say you were into flying. Okay. Let's say I was a pilot, and you would say like, do you like airplanes?
Yeah, do you like the Boeing 737 or do you like the Boeing 747?
Yeah, even take it that. Yeah, you could in my point, that was a really good. This allows what I think is to eliminate people that don't find that humor, they are like, this guy's weird. Because I don't want to.
Who cares?
Yeah, I don't. And I don't want to deal with. I don't want to deal with a girl that's like, oh, this guy's weird. Next, just by asking a question, do you like Pepsi or Coke?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
good stuff.
So what I'm saying is, lean into your checklist. If you need a checklist, lean into it, because that's your directions for finding somebody that's going to like you.
Well, yeah, and I think this checklist is great because I don't have a checklist pre-going out. I have to waste all the time getting there. Mm-hmm. So I think creating that little checklist...
You're already there. Yeah. Here's the next challenge. Mm-hmm. Do that with people you actually see. I think you would increase your ability to date if you saw somebody. Because how many people... When you're scrolling, how many people actually respond to you?
The girls?
Yeah.
Like how many matches? Not very many.
Yeah. So you're not getting very much.
No, you're right.
How many people do you see when you're out walking around?
Tons.
Increase your... And even if they're like in a relationship, they're married, they know people.
Or people maybe like it...
You're just asking innocent questions. You're not interested in them at that point because you have no idea who they are. If you are at a grocery store and you're like, hey, that girl's cute. Walk up, hey, do you like Pepsi or Coke better? And if they're... And you are so good at being able to see because you've learned like when you said last week, the little smile... The little crook in their lip, the smile that comes up when you ask them what's for dinner. Oh, they love it. And they're like, that's a good question. Yeah. Oh. You'll read that so much faster than I would. Mm-hmm. You have like this incredible ability to be like, hey, this person is going to like this question or this person is not. And then you just walk away. Yeah. You know, you're like, oh, don't mean to bother you, but like I'll...
Love it.
That's going to open you up to so much more.
And I even think just practicing, like, if you're checking out at the register, just be like, hey, what's your favorite item in the store, to the clerk? Or, or...
You know what my favorite question is to them? How long did it take you to learn all the produce?
I know banana, 4011.
It's the same every store. Every grocery store across the nation.
I got pretty good.
401, what is it?
4011.
4011.
It's usually 99 cents a pound, depending on where you go. But so
that's my favorite question because it is something. It is like a very relatable thing that I know nothing about.
Yes. The other thing. With all of that is if you do it more to people, even if it's not a dating, there's many opportunities you could do it. People you know, people you don't know, your family. Mm-hmm. And people, if I'm like, hey, when's the last time you had pizza? People like don't mind that question, and then they sit and chat with you. Mm-hmm. Some will say, when did you have pizza? What's your favorite kind? And I don't want to get cheesy here, but some would argue that that relationships are the meaning of life. That's why we're here. That's why we're here, is for relationships. So breaking the ice is I think that's a great way to break the ice, especially for dating, people that struggle with dating.
Yeah.
Like, is if I say something, because if they say, "Can I put Mountain Dew in there?" Then you just kind of know they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, I love Mountain Dew too," but
well, you know that they're not gonna shut down like, "Oh, that's a dumb question."
Yeah.
They're adding to it. They're like bringing something more to the table. And you're like, I like that.
See, and I love that.
Yeah. See, I think that
stuff.
you would. But yeah, for real, it's like build your checklist and make sure that.
Yeah, because the checklist is. I mean, you're right. To some degree, everyone has a checklist. A girl, they have to get ready. They need to. They also need to try to be friendly and so I get it. It's a two-way streak, and I think a lot can be eliminated. That if dating nowadays is a lot of it is kind of going on the mobile device first get that.
Nobody likes going on the mobile device. That's why I'm saying, like, do it in real life.
Well, yeah,
you'll have way more success. There's way more people that you'll see and connect with.
Yeah, because you're right. I've noticed even on the dating apps, people are anxious to get off of them once they found somebody.
Yeah,
they really are. Yeah. That's one common thing. Is that so? Yeah. Okay, that's good advice.
Yeah, I think
so. I should be married pretty soon. Then I would think.
I would still give it time. Learn how, because you'll fall for somebody.
Oh,
and then you won't really know who they are, and and then it's hard. But like, date people, like,
because you've been through a lot of dates.
I've been through a lot, not like a ton, but yeah.
Yeah, you've been through.
I dated.
So, okay. Well, that's good, and I'm going to apply that this week.
Great.
I'm going to apply that this week, and it's going to be awesome. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of feedback. And it'll be interesting to see a feedback from somebody who's not interested in that.
There isn't any. It's just done. Just move on.
Oh, they probably won't even respond.
Yeah.
Or they might send me like a question mark. Did you mean to send that to me? Ooh, those are bad.
And then you say, send me some feet pics.
Oh,
that'll kill a conversation quick. Because
feet pic.
That's creepy.
That's funny. And I wouldn't be scared to do that if somebody was rude. But that's rude to me. I don't know. You just drop them. Matter. So, don't
get bent out of shape about the person that you are falling for if they're not falling for you.
Oh yeah, because that just happens.
For the people that definitely give you the attention that.
Oh sure.
That's real attention.
Yes.
Instead of like, okay, I'll see where this goes. It's kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah.
Nope, and that's
kind of what my wife did though. She was like, yeah, he's weird.
But she's accepting.
Yeah.
And she even gravitates to the weirdness, I would say.
Yeah, I think so.
She plays into it. She's great. I need to find someone like that.
You will.
Oh,
like there's a lot of
good.
People. There's a lot of people out there that are.
Oh, that'll be good.
Really, really love you and be your person.
Yeah, that'll be sweet. And then after you do that, then you have the big journey of children.
Yeah.
And grandchildren. And great-grandchildren.
Mm-hmm. You might not see those here. It's a little too
I might. I would already have to have like a 16-year-old by now.
So, let's talk anxiety. Because we've touched on anxiety and some of the things. A lot of what we talk about is definitely going to cause anxiety. When I look back into your life,
sure,
when I saw that you first overcame a big anxiety for you, was when we were hanging out, high school era, we'd be driving around and you're like, oh, I need tires for my car.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, call and see if they've got... Because this was... The specific timing I'm thinking about was you had the red Honda Civic.
Sick.
What year was it?
97.
97.
It was a 2-door.
2-door. White wheels. White.
So thick.
So,
and I put in a white pin strip.
You did do the
Yeah,
pinstripe.
I did the
Okay,
pinstripe.
very nice.
So yeah, had that. Okay.
and-
big tire issues.
Big tire issues because they're low profile.
Yep.
So you had to call first because places didn't have that size tire.
Tire. Yeah.
And what would happen to you internally when you knew you had to call at that time? When you had to make a phone call and ask, hey, do you have...
A lot of anxiety.
But it was unmanaged at the time.
Unmanaged at the time. Now, I will tell you one thing I do want to say about that anxiety versus anxiety now as an adult.
Yeah, I think we'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah,
so
let's hear what your
so
experience
the
was
kids
then.
with the anxiety, for me was kind of just in the moment. So you call them, they say no, but nothing like bad happens. So then I'm back to my normal like self. Like I was anxious, call the guy, have to do it.
Yeah.
He's got the tires. Whew, wow, now I'm like happy. That anxiety, that feeling, that chemical went from bad to good.
Okay.
It goes from bad to good when even the answer is no because I'm not on the phone call anymore.
Gotcha.
But that's how I experienced it. I had a lot of anxiety, but there was also a lot of good anxiety.
If things went your way.
If things went my way.
Yeah. So how come you couldn't make the call?
I was scared of the rejection or not having tires. Yeah. I almost assumed they didn't have the tires without even calling them.
You had committed to nothing.
I thought it was all a waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I found out is that wasn't the case.
Sure.
When finally either you or somebody forced me to call them, and they had the tires or they didn't have the tires or the guy hung up on me, whatever it was, I just kind of over time just had to learn that you just have to do it.
Yeah.
And now some people don't struggle with it at all.
No, and I think that
like some people, it's not even a.
When I saw that you had overcome that call situation, because there was so many times that I was making phone calls for you, and then you served your mission at the service center or the church history.
Family and history center.
Family and history center.
Family and church history center.
And why was it that experience allowed you? Because after the mission, when we were hanging out, I was just like, how in the world are you able to make... Like, it was so shocking to me that you were just, hey, what's going on? Oh, good. You were always on the phone after that.
Yeah.
You continued.
I love the phone.
Yeah.
I love the phone.
Yeah.
It was honestly just being forced when I was anxious about it. And not picking up, not being comfortable around phone calls, especially in the transition from cell phones and stuff. It kind of forced me to. But at the same time, I learned that there was nothing bad about making a phone call.
So
even though...
Like repetition, is that all that it took?
It took some hand holding, a little tush push. And what I mean by a tush push is it happens all the time in football. There's the quarterback sneak. Okay. And they might be on the 1 yard line going into the end zone. And they're going to do the old tush push.
Yeah.
Love the tush push.
Sometimes it's two hands.
Yeah, sometimes right on the tush.
Sometimes there's
So there's the quarterback, and then there's a guy behind the quarterback. So he's going to hike it. His linemen are going to all push. He's going to go behind the lineman, and then you got Mr. Tush Push. He's pushing the guy, but the whole objective, right? He's touching his butt and his whatever to push him in there to get that point. A little weird, maybe a little unusual, but he gets the goal. He gets the point. So my point is I got pushed into something that I didn't really feel comfortable with, and then got comfortable.
Yeah, okay.
The scary part for me right now as an adult is I still have anxiety, but it's generalized anxiety. So there's no reason. It's just there.
Okay.
It's just I get up and I'm anxious. You know, looking around like, why do I have a knot in my stomach? What?
It's
It's
almost
just there.
constantly there.
So that's where it takes. It's not because I have a phone call coming up.
Sure.
So that's where I miss my childhood anxiety. Well, I wish I didn't have it at all.
Yeah.
But it was different because I could have a lot more. Like, let's say I came over here and I was all anxious. Max, okay, good. Will you call for me and see if they have these tires? You're like, yeah, dude, I'll call. Not a big deal. You call and they have it. And then all of a sudden, I'm flapping my fingers. I'm having fun. Dino's spazzing out. You're like, Dino, whoa, did you drink a Red Bull before you came? No, dude, I'm just so happy that they have my tires. So, yeah, very interesting. And things, I know that's a very...
So your anxiety was more situational.
Absolutely.
Early on.
Yeah. There you go. Very, very good questioning. Yeah, very, very situational. But it was also very manageable with friends and family that I didn't even really consider even really thinking to go get diagnosed. Even though it got kind of anxious, I'd usually get it resolved by just talking to friends or Mulvaney or...
Just getting through it.
Yeah, getting through it. But very situational. This one's a lot tougher, and we'll talk about it later, is because it's just there. It's almost like water torture. Imagine, you're underwater and it just doesn't ever leave.
Yeah.
Because when you would call the tire place and they had the tires or whatever, it would leave.
You were done with it. Do you think I think just the general anxiety comes just becoming an adult. Mm-hmm. There's just more anxiety. And that
I would agree with that. And it's hard because I talk to some people my age and describe how I'm feeling. And they were like, no, dude, that sounds horrible. Like, go get help.
Yeah.
So I think there might be more like stresses and like just heartache. But the anxiety.
I also think like when you're a kid, everybody knows that you're a kid and doesn't have things figured out. So you're constantly given a tush push. You go into school, everybody's trying to figure and learn. Tush push by the teachers, by your students, by everybody. And then when you get into adulthood, you don't have a tush push anymore.
Not at all. No tush push. And
life just is crazy. Like, so of course you're going to have anxiety because you're like nobody's
and I'm
kind of helping you through it.
I love anxiety because the same chemical that causes anxiety is the same chemical that gets you excited.
Yeah,
like this guy. So it's like it's really, there we go. You gotta flap it. Now, it's hard though because with anxiety, depression, things that us adults might be struggling with, you can't just kind of put it in a cast for 4 to 6 weeks, and your stomach, like you put a cast on your stomach because you have a knot in your stomach always.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, we need to put a cast on that stomach. That's why you're getting so anxious, Matt. Because Matt, your life, I followed you everywhere in your life. You don't have that anxious of a life. You go here, you're
right.
Like something. You need
your
help.
Your life is
so
pretty.
It's hard because a doctor will say, "Oh yeah, you need help," but they're like, "Okay, so here's what we can do. We've got medication, we've got therapy, we've got a lot of trial and error that could happen, Matt."
Mm-hmm.
So that can be the challenging with mood and mental disorders. Is they can't necessarily be healed just by sitting tight and recovering.
Yeah, it's much more of a physical therapy. You got to go to PT.
And you got to find out.
You've got the cast off at this point, and then it's like a kind of a lifelong journey to figure this out.
And then it becomes hard a little bit because you do get on meds and they work, but then your quality of life, rather than maybe not having anxiety, is a 9. Okay, just being a natural person, not drugged up, and being just a healthy human. Up, down, has a good time, bad time. Yeah. But you when you're on meds and things are great, you're grateful for the meds because you don't like when things are horrible. Right. So you take the meds because you don't. The horribles are worse than the 10s. Yeah. So you're always on the meds, and then so the meds kind of keep you around like a 5.
Yeah, you're not stuck from a 5 to a 7.
Yeah, you're like you can wake up, you have enough oomph to hop in the shower, you have enough oomph to go to your work, you have enough oomph to go see your friends, but deep down you have this hole. But I think doing things and staying active in combination with medication and therapy, from what I've researched, is kind of the recipe to get out of it. Yeah. That's like the only thing. Because drinking and smoking, I know a lot of people that smoke weed and cigarettes for anxiety and depression, but those aren't necessarily nicotine.
In there. Yeah.
Nicotine's a really popular one. Yeah. Like on the golf course, a lot of the pros will use those pouches. Yeah. So I know it exists. I would rather just control it with my life. Like, it's a beautiful day. I got to come over and hang out with my friend. Rather, I'm going to come over and see if my friend, we're going to have dinner. Try to see things more on a positive note.
Was there ever a time where you couldn't get out and do things?
Oh, yeah.
So those are like, even though you're on the medication, and I'll tell you still end up.
That was when I was in Hawaii in 2017, and that's when I went to that panic level.
You called me.
Oh.
Did other people know? Or what?
I was calling them all day. I was calling every friend.
You were calling everybody.
Well, dude, it was something. It was something. It was so unusual because I've been anxious, but it was so bad and so uncontrollable that it was as unbelievable as it was real.
Oh, that's such a good way to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I talked to, thank goodness Shirlene was there because she had those benzos at the time. Because I was having the panic attack. Like, Matt, calm down, you're fine.
Yeah. It's called benzos?
They're benzodiazepines. And there's 3 or 4 of them, and those are like they like kind of tranquilize your stomach. Yeah. So you're anxious, but they trank you. So it kind of, people get addicted to them because people that have generalized anxiety always have anxiety, right? So they take those benzos a lot because those benzos just numb it. Numb. Where the meds, like the less addicting ones, they just kind of tone it down. Yeah. Yeah. That's why people will
take... Does the benzo still, like, the typical meds stick you between a 5 and a 7, whatever, just medium quality of life. Yeah. Does the benzos just tranquilize the stomach and you can still...
Yeah, I would say
in the 10s.
Yeah, I would say. Let's say I took benzodiazepine, and obviously, if I just said, Max, these are my meds for. I got to take one in the morning, my anxiety, morning, afternoon, night. Okay. You didn't know. You just saw they were a color. Yeah. And I said, these are a lifesaver. And you're like, oh, I'm glad you're happy. I'm glad you got medications. Yeah. It's sad from what I've seen.
Methamphetamine, acid, shrooms.
It's the benzos in the medical term. Those benzos are meant for somebody who's an anxious person, but has to go speak or has to go on an airplane. They're meant as needed.
Gotcha.
So it's hard because as much as I want to be on the benzos daily, apparently they're so addicting or so troublesome if you take them daily, or your body, it's like they say in a couple of years you might need 2 in the morning and 2 in the morning.
Jeez,
so they've seen some addictive patterns with those higher.
Yeah.
The reason people get on those addicted is because the 10 exists when you have those.
Yeah.
Even when you're anxious, you're numb, but you're numb and you've been feeling anxious all this time that you're like, hey, you want to go on a walk? Max, you want to go?
Yeah,
let's go. You want to go on a walk with me? I'll take the dogs. And you're like, dude, before your med, you were like struggling to get out of bed. So
yeah, that makes
that
would be so hard to get off of that.
And it's too bad that the benzos aren't kind of like an ibuprofen or a Tylenol, because I've actually taken an Aleve when I've had a huge migraine. It's there. Anxiety's there. Migraine's there. I'm just telling you that I take an Aleve, and within 30 minutes my headache's gone.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, it's gone. With the meds, just the daily meds that I have, it takes the anxiety to like a 5.
Gotcha.
So my next goal is to figure out how to get. I want to get it down. I'll probably have it my whole life, but it would be nice to get it down even more.
Sure.
So in a lot of, and this can go for depression too. Depression. People I found with depression, they seem less. I'm pretty active for as anxious as I am. Mm-hmm. People are like, dude, you go here, you go there, you go here, you go here, and that busybody is really what's keeping me going.
Yeah. Like a depressed person is typically not able to do all that.
Yeah, when my roommate was depressed, he was like down in his room a lot. I was going to check on him.
The way I describe, this is all me. How I experienced depression, I called it a time machine.
Okay.
Because I could go 3-4 days completely disappearing from life. And then I come out 4 days later and I'm like, okay, I can handle today. But like I'll shut down and just be like, yep, can't handle it. And like, in those 3 days, I'm just like, oh, he hates yourself. Oh, I'm going to die. Like, this is the worst thing. But like 4 days later, then I'm like, okay, I'll get up and take a shower.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's total time travel. Like those days didn't happen anymore. It's just gone.
And see,
it's
that's
just weird.
Kind of opposite of, and that's why it's different for everybody.
Yeah, I think, so I've had depression.
Okay.
Most of my life.
Okay.
And then only recently experienced anxiety.
Really?
Yeah, I never have really.
No, you haven't, because I was
anxiety.
telling you, I'd like, because I think on that trip when I had that, you're like, so tell me what's going on. What is it? Is it in your head, your ear?
Yeah. I'm asking you questions because I'm like, how do I understand this?
Yeah. Is it in your gums? Is it in your jaw? And I said, no. I said, it's right dab in my stomach. Mm-hmm. And it's like butterflies, like going on a roller coaster or something. Or you get pulled over and you look up and you see your cops and they've got you.
Yeah.
So you're in that, it's called fight or flight. Or fight, flight, or freeze.
Fight, flight, or freeze.
I'll sum it up. I'll sum it up. It's nausea, lack of appetite, you don't want to eat, and uncomfortableness with the butterflies.
Yeah.
That's and diarrhea, I would say.
That sucks.
So it's all gut related.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think yeah.
So
definitely
I would, and so if you have a thing going on and it's in your gut or your stomach, that really could be anxiety versus your depression. Because I've seen people like anxious that can handle it better than I am. They're just like, I got to stop thinking about it right now, or it's going to ruin my night. Okay, let's go have fun.
Yeah,
I can't.
I don't know if they're really able to, but they're just like. as if they're acting to. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just. I've seen that. I've seen that
able to
like
do
in
that
parents. Like, honey,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that when we get home. We're at the kids'
Being
game.
different.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I've seen people be able to, like, we'll figure it out. We'll get through it. And I think that when I'm not anxious, I'm the same way. I'm understanding. I'm patient. I am more comfortable. So anxiety or depression really plays a big part on who you are and on the quality of life.
Yeah.
Because I could technically just kind of float in life and never talk to a doctor about it. Like, technically.
Sure. I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. So it's tough stuff because I think some people they just want to grow out of it. Mm-hmm. They want it to disappear. Maybe it was just a marriage, a divorce. So after the divorce, they coped up themselves.
Yeah.
So, but I'm one that's got it all the time. So that's where we'll talk about it, and because I think it goes hand in hand in a little bit of a big part of who I am. Because I've had it pretty much known, and I think I've always had it.
Yeah.
And I think it has caused some really special moments where I'm flapping my fingers, clapping, celebrating, and then people join in and they're like, "This guy's having fun."
Yeah. And inside you're just burning up. Yeah. I can't even.
So, and yeah.
So I've all experienced social anxiety. Mm-hmm. I think I've always had like social anxiety specifically, but never understood that that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I just would avoid situations, but nowadays I do end up like releasing, I call it releasing my anxiety. So at the grocery store, if somebody pulls in their cart into the corral and then I'm coming behind them, they don't hear that I'm coming behind them because there's a lot of commotion
all the time.
Loud. And then I'll be with them thinking, oh, they can hear my cart.
Yeah.
And then they'll turn around and be like, oh!
Yeah.
And that causes me like so much anxiety because like they'll turn around and be like, oh, excuse me. And I'll be like, oh, sorry, that's it. But then they're just like, oh, whoops, didn't mean to be there, didn't mean to be in your way. And that I'm just like,
so you
like oh my gosh, I can't even handle that. And so like I'll be like, and then and they're looking at that. That's how I react to him turning around and me scaring them. Like I'm like, and then I hop in the car and Amy's like, "What? You're clapping again?"
Yeah, I love that.
And so that's how I release my anxiety. Like,
I love that.
And then it's gone.
See, that's good. You're in a good state of anxiety. In the sense that it's not to the point now where you need to go see a doctor or anything. Mm-hmm. Just don't let it get. Don't put yourself in situations where if it doesn't go your way or right, the anxiety of the consequence is going to send you in like a frenzy. Mm-hmm. That's what I have learned. That's been the take home for me as of late is going forward. Don't create yourself into situations where some decision is so large that it turns you into an anxiety nightmare. Mm. And that's a little bit with jobs and stuff.
Because how do you do it? Like you're saying, you want to start dating and doing this, and what if that causes you anxiety? What if it's a good thing that causes you anxiety, you're sitting here thinking, I can't do this?
Well, that's where you just willpower and you just say, I'm going. But it's kind of miserable.
You've got to be able to...
Yeah, it's kind of fake it till you make it. There's a lot. The whole goal, I would say, is get in a healthy state of mind. Mm-hmm. You're not going to be perfect, but if you're in a healthy state of mind, usually you'll have a joy in a good date, bad date, so-so date. it's when you're forcing it because you're not ready or whatever it is, that's maybe where it can trigger it. Like, I shouldn't have gone on that date.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So, we'll get more into anxiety.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like
Well, that's a good discussion.
There's like pretty much everything that we are going to talk about. Like, we'll get into the different emotions.
Yeah, different emotions.
And
I love that.
Things that we've experienced. So,
okay, love it.
Let's talk about, since we're on the emotions, what is happening in your life now that, like, how's your anxiety? How's your emotional state? What is causing it now, rather than what we've talked about the last 20 minutes is the past? Where, are you in a good state? And why?
So, I would say I'm in a pretty good state.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you that it's taken time and it's not perfect. Like, I'm not necessarily a huge morning person.
That causes you anxiety.
I get my most anxiety in the morning.
So you're waking up.
Okay.
Diarrhea.
But if I can take my meds and get them in there and then get showered, get going, get up and going, go to your job, then I can usually get it to subside. But I'm not to the point now where I can just wake up and not have it.
Gotcha.
And I don't know when that will ever be. But it's also not that big of a deal if it takes me 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get ready for a big successful day. Versus maybe 10 minutes or 5 minutes dinking with meds. So add another 5-minute rotation. Exercise is something too that I think I may start doing.
To add that into it, yeah.
Because imagine if maybe rather than you get up and you go to the gym versus take your meds. But I also don't want to do something.
Take your meds and then go to the gym. That way, you know that it's going to subside whether a workout is good or not.
Yeah, and I think for me, I'll probably always have some kind of lightly anxiety med.
What about food?
Food. So food's very important. Can't have caffeine in the morning.
Okay.
Because that'll.
So you've learned that for yourself?
I've learned that.
Okay.
If I am anxious, and even go through the whole spiel, and then bust out a NOS energy drink.
Okay.
Yeah. NOS. That will fire up the old gut, the old ball in the stomach.
Just straight off the bat.
But anyway, it's just a different anxiety from now till then. Meaning that it's not like, hey, there's this one thing that's causing me to be anxious, but once it's done, it'll be good. But it's just, I just wake up and it's nothing I'm anxious about. It's not like I got a roommate downstairs that I'm always worried about him. And that's why it's called generalized.
Yeah.
It's just your body's in a chemical funk.
So you're not experiencing anything this last week or 2 weeks that is you're just in general anxiety right now. There's nothing.
Yeah. And where it's really scary, where I really don't like it, is I had a moment where I got pulled over.
Ooh.
Okay.
Was it for a good reason? Were you doing anything? What went through your head?
So I was going about 7 over. Okay.
Freeway or?
This
side
was in
roads?
Bountiful. So I was going
Just
47
regular side
47
roads.
and a 40.
Yeah. So
Cool guy. He ended up giving me a warning.
Nice.
So, very cool. But I know when I was a kid. I know when I was 5 years ago. When I would get pulled over, I would get, like, way anxious. Okay? That way anxious now is just my daily anxious.
Serious?
So
you're walking around, cops. That's for reals.
Yeah, it's So what I'm saying is
That's crazy.
So I never had medication
Because
back in the day.
I can think for myself the anxiety I get for getting pulled over.
And it probably spikes.
You're saying
that's what I'm stuck in.
My realization of like you're living in that all the time.
That's how I relate. I've related that to people where they're like, "Can you tell me how you feel?"
And then you sell that story.
Remember when that feeling you get pulled over? You're the driver. You see the cop walking up in the window, and you have that. Everyone has. My doctor said that it's called fight or flight. You get anxious. Mm-hmm. You got trouble.
Yeah.
So you're something's going to happen here. Whether
your fight or flight response. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're getting it. You're getting it. When I got pulled over, I didn't even. I was just like, oh, I'm probably going to get a ticket. I bet. But back in the day, I'd be like.
So wait, your constant is as if you're getting pulled over. So when you do get pulled over, you're just like, it's not increasing it at this point?
No.
That's nice. But that sucks.
Yeah, because I'm getting pulled over less than just being alive daily. So, so that's where it's been a different phenomenon.
Uh-huh.
Is that it would sometimes go away.
Yeah, where it's not anymore. No matter the outcome, if he gave you a ticket, it would just be like, oh, I got to deal with this.
See, and that, yeah. I wouldn't even spike anymore because there's nothing more to spike. So it's hard.
Yeah,
but it's being managed and treated, and I do think that there's some sunnier days ahead. But you have to be strong. You have to be tough. And I think you're right. I think a lot of people are going to in their own ways.
Big time.
So,
big time. I think right now, definitely.
Right now.
Wow. The start of 2026, the anxiety is very real for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, that was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a real thing.
Oh, it's a real thing. It's an absolute real thing. But it's a part of life. You know?
Yeah. Any cars? You've got your
I got my Lexus, which I like. And then I've got I put a sub in it.
You got a sub
in it.
Is it at the
it's
front,
a little one.
The back, trunk, back seats? All the way back there.
All the way back there.
How does that handle with golf clubs?
It fits.
Nice.
Barely. But we checked. So, fits clubs. So, Lexus is great. And then Subaru's good because I'm going to hang on to that forever.
So, that's probably the longest I've seen you hold on to a car.
Oh, yeah.
Other than
Which one?
I was thinking the Evo.
The Evo was quite some time, but I think I would have moved it by now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those are my two little payments every month. But they're worth it. I enjoy them.
So you pay those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, got those financed.
That's a
Uh-huh. I'm telling you. You don't get it.
Oh man.
So
you've always had a car payment.
I don't like not having one.
That's so weird.
It's very weird. I love car payments. Love them.
I don't get it. Oh.
And I almost like it because it forces a responsibility on me to make that payment.
Sure. But you're not in debt anywhere else. Do you have a whole bunch of credit cards?
No.
That's what. Yeah, I think if you had that plus credit cards.
Yeah, no, I'm not in
mortgage,
credit card
rent,
trouble.
whatever.
Just the 2 car payments and the mortgage, and so it's not bad. But it's still expensive though, no doubt about that. Mm-hmm.
I do like that it does get you there is that realization of accountability, that
Yeah.
that money has got to get paid.
Yeah,
I do like
yeah,
that.
and
if
it
you
does.
didn't have that,
It creates a layer of responsibility.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, I love that.
a layer of responsibility.
Absolutely, it does. Because I have to pay that loan back.
What would you do if you didn't have a loan, a car loan?
I would probably go
Like
get
if
another
that
car.
layer was gone,
Probably
you would
go-
just go get another car
Car, yeah, maybe a truck.
and have 3 cars. I
No,
say this:
I would do- I
I've
don't-
been a 2 and 3 car person my whole life.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. If I have
would-
room. I don't know. I just enjoy it. And I like vehicles. I think vehicles are neat.
I saw a picture.
Of?
I was going through a picture of your dad's Carrera.
Are you
Yeah,
serious?
the white one.
Yes.
Yeah, like when you guys were like first in the neighborhood.
That is cool. Are you driving
Yeah.
it?
What?
Or were you?
No, I just took pictures because.
So do you have that picture though that you can
Yeah.
show me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love
Yeah.
to see that.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it. My dad would love that. Yeah, I'd love to see that if we can.
Yeah, we took pictures of it, and it was just really. Because I think in our neighborhood at that time,
Okay.
I don't think anybody
No.
had a car
Like that.
that was new. Like,
Yeah.
realistically, I think that everybody in
He
the
really-
neighborhood at that time, and so that to me was like a really awesome.
Yeah.
My mom loved it too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I remember that about your mom. She did like it.
great. I love it. Thanks, Matthew.
That is so fun. I'm so excited. Okay, dude,
I
that's so
think we
Tuesday.
lost our video again.
Oh no. Okay.
I gotta figure that out. Thank you.
Thank you.